Hello, everybody, and welcome to this English course. We're going to start with the grammar section, unit number 1, Home Sweet Home. In the first section, we are going to learn about the WH questions or question words. We're going to identify when to use the question words. For example, the question word who. We use who when we're asking about a person. What. We use what when we ask about things or name of things. Which. We use which to ask about choice. Where. When we ask about place. When. When we're asking about time, we use the question word when. Why. We use why to ask about a reason. And the question word how. We use this question word when we are asking about a condition or manner. Examples. What does it ask about? Who is she? We're asking about a person. What are you doing? We're asking about a thing. Even when we say the question word, what is your name? We're asking about a thing. Which home is your favorite? We're talking about different kinds of homes, so we have to make a choice. Where is your school? We're asking about a place. When is lunch? We're asking about time. Why are Maria and Simon leaving school? We're asking about a reason. Why? And our answer should be because, and then we say our answer. How are you feeling today? We're asking about a condition. The Spanish translation for these question words is the following, and you can see them in here. But in general, we have to identify what are we going to ask about. So we're going to start with what. We use what, as I said before, to ask about things. What is it? It's a suit. What is her name? Her name's Kim. In this kind of questions, we are using the verb be as example. What is it? Is. The structure followed is the same structure we use with the verb be as questions. First is the verb be and then is the subject. What is her name? Her name's Kim. What do you need? I need a suit. What does his sister do? She's a teacher. In these sample questions, we have auxiliaries. The auxiliaries we use to ask in the simple present are do and does. We're asking about a thing, so we say what. The thing is a suit. And the second question, we're asking about a thing, and we say what. So as we have a person in here, we're asking about that person's occupation. That's the reason, because we say what. Where. We use where to ask about places. I just wrote here what, but it's where. Where do you live? I live in Tampico. Where does she work? She works at Movistar. Where, to ask about places. Where are you from? Where is my cell phone? Where. Question word when. We use when to ask about time. When is your birthday? It's in June. When do you work? I work in the morning. As I can see in the first question, I am talking about time, in this case a month. On the second question, when I'm asking when do you work, I'm talking about the part of the day when I work, in the morning. Who? We use who to ask about people. Who do you live with? I live with my family. Who likes pop music? Roberto does. And here we have something to explain. As we can see in this question, who likes pop music? Roberto does. This does refers to the verb like. Who do you live with? I'm asking about the other people I live with. So my answer is I live with my family. The question word how. We use how to ask about a condition or manner. How are you today? I'm alright. How do you get to school? I get by bus. It is about a condition or manner. The question word which. We use which to ask about choice. We answer with one or ones. One is for singular things and ones is for the plural. Which coat do you need? The brown one. Which pens does he want? The gray ones. When we are asking about choice, we say or we use the question word which. Why? We use why to ask about reasons. We answer these questions with because. Why do you like this sweater? Because it is new. Why does your friend like those sneakers? Because they are cheap or because they are cool. Why? So to form WH questions, we have the question word, then the auxiliary do or does, plus the subject and the base form of the verb. For example, what do you like? How often does she visit her family? How often? Remember to use do or does. These are some auxiliaries. So for the subjects I, you, we, they, the auxiliary we use is do. This is for asking in the simple present. What do I need? What do you need? What do we need? Or what do they need? But for a third person in the singular, in questions, in the simple present we use the auxiliary does. When does he, she, it work? There's no pluralization in the verb because we use auxiliary does. When does he work? When does she work? When does it work? If we use the verb be, the structure is the same as when we are asking questions with verb be, but the question word is at the beginning of the sentence, in this case, of the question. So, what is it? The structure is the question word. Oh, I made a mistake in here. It's not do or does, it's the verb be. Then we have the subject, and then we have the complement, if there is a complement. Why are Simon and Maria leaving school? So, in general, to ask about manner or condition, we use the question word shall. To ask about things or name of things, we use the question word what. To ask about places, we use where. To ask about reason, we say the question word why. To ask about time, we use the question word when. Or even we can say what time. And to ask about people, we say the question word who. So these are some uses for the question words in English in simple present.